Thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Christine. My pronouns are she and her, and this is a Zoom recording of a live chair yoga class. Today we are going to just get some general stretching in. So let's just go ahead and do that. Let's just go ahead and reach the arms up towards the sky. Just begin to reach one arm up and then the other, nice and stretchy, just like it's a good morning stretch. And maybe push the palms out towards the side wall and just let your hands rest on your chair or in your lap and just sway a little bit from side to side. Maybe rock forward and back a couple of times. And just notice as you're swaying from side to side and rocking forward and back, if you can kind of begin to minimize that movement and find a place where you are centered, where you can feel neither too far forward nor too far back. You feel even and balanced through the feet and the sit bones and your hands. And the next time you draw in an in-breath, welcome the inhale like a friend you've been waiting to come and visit you all day. And then just let it out with a little sigh, maybe a big sigh. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale through the nose, welcome the breath. Exhale through the nose or mouth with a sigh that just says, I'm just as happy to see you go, always knowing that next breath is available to you. And after you've found 3 big sighs like that, go ahead and come back to inhaling through your nose and finding your center, finding yourself grounded through your feet, finding yourself grounded and supported beneath your sit bones. We're going to relax the shoulders down away from the ears and draw the base of the skull up towards the sky. And here you might want to begin to close your eyes and gently bring your attention inward, back to your breath, back to this physical sensation of groundedness and upliftedness all at the same time. And our practice today is going to not only work out the kinks in your physical body, the sheath that we all wear, the outer layer, the next layer, that fascia, that myofascial tissue, and the muscles, and the protective fat around all of our organs, and then even deeper into the circulatory system, the respiratory system, the lymphatic system, the digestive system, the endocrine system, the nervous system, if I didn't say that already, and the immune system. And it's January now, and things are going around all over the place. So let's do a practice that will strengthen all of those systems. And today we're just going to focus on why yoga is so good for our immune system. So as we find that centered, tall place, the first thing we want to do is calm down the nervous system. The best way to do that is through our breath. So bring your attention back to your breath, maybe with your eyes closed, sitting up nice and tall and strong. And as you inhale, notice how many beats it takes to draw in the inhale. You might breathe with me and start with an inhale of 4, 3, 2, 1. And then as you exhale, match the count to the inhale. So let's do that together a few times. Inhaling for a count of 4, exhaling for a count of 4. Just beginning to balance out the breath. And then as you find that you are really watching your breath, you might notice that maybe your count should only be 3, maybe it should be 6, maybe it's more or less than either of those. So just let your count be what feels best for your body. The key here, though, is to find a balanced count. And as you continue to breathe your balanced breath, draw that breath deeper and deeper. So much so that both lungs completely expand, pressing down your diaphragm and causing the belly to come out as the diaphragm pushes down all of those digestive organs. Maybe bring your left hand to your belly here and invite the belly to press gently into the hand as you inhale and soften gently as you exhale. And here we're calming down the nervous system, getting out of that stress response, that fight or flight response, and coming back to our parasympathetic nervous system where we can restore and heal and digest, and where our immune system is functioning at its optimal level. So let's inhale together, reach those hands up towards the sky. As you inhale, we're going to bring the palms together. And here we're just going to turn the palms up towards the sky with the fingers interlaced. Inhale again and draw the shoulders up towards the ears. And as you exhale, draw them deliberately down the back, just as if you could tuck them into your back pockets. We're going to kind of gently pull on those fingers, but keep them connected as you draw the elbows out to either side. Lift your heart, draw the shoulder blades back and down. We're getting up into those spaces that are often sore from keyboarding or using a mouse or other electronic devices. And we're going to stay here for a couple more breaths, just giving this area time to open up. I don't know about you, but I've been sitting at my desk most of the day today. So giving it a minute or two to kind of counteract all of that is not a huge commitment. One more inhale here. Exhale, release the hands slowly and gently. Let them come on down towards the earth. When they get there, let's roll those shoulders up and back and down a few times. And the next time they're down and back, let's inhale, reach the arms up towards the sky once again. Let's interlace those fingers, but bring the opposite thumb on top. So probably it'll be your non-dominant thumb on top. We're going to push those palms up towards the sky again. And then exhale, draw those elbows out and away. You might be hearing somebody backing up out on my street there with the beeping sounds. And now, of course, it's stopped. And again, we're going to draw the shoulder blades back and down. Tuck the chin so you can keep your neck nice and long and protected. One more inhale here, using your balanced breath. And as you exhale, find that balanced breath once again. And when we bring those hands down alongside the hips, once again, we'll roll one shoulder at a time, up and back and down, kind of scrubbing the shoulders here. And when you start, you're going to be doing it in a particular dominant sort of way, but we're going to reverse that. And it will probably feel very awkward and weird, but that's the wonderful thing about our brains is we have neuroplasticity. And when we do things in a different way, like switching the rotation of the shoulders from our habitual way, or switching the way we clasp our hands, we are helping to strengthen those neural pathways and supporting neuroplasticity. So let's shake out those arms, and then let's show some love to the legs here too. Let's draw that right leg out towards the sky, and maybe you have your heel down on the ground, or you might have your leg extended out in front of you, pressing into your heel, toes pointing up towards the sky. Wherever you are, if you're up or down, I'm gonna have mine up because you can't quite see it down low. We're just gonna rotate those toe tips out towards the right and then draw them back up towards the sky. So use your balanced breath here. Inhale, rotate the toes out to the side with your count. Exhale, rotate them back to center. Keep a tall spine as you do that 2 more times. And we're just releasing some tension in the hip flexors here. And then we'll set that foot right back down. And then we'll inhale, extend the left leg. Heel can be anchored down to the ground or extended out in front of you. Let's find the balanced breath again. Inhale, toes out to the side. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, toes out to the left. Exhale, center. 2 more times. And keep a nice long spine here, building strength in the thighs, in the core. And when we get down to the bottom, let's just windshield wiper those knees gently from side to side. And then either scooch out to the front edge of your chair and take your knees out wide, or you might want to come to straddle the corner of your chair and take your knees out wide. They don't have to be super wide. I'm going to show from the front. I usually do from the corner so I can have my knees wider, but we don't have to have them super wide, and we can do this in a regular chair, maybe even one that has arms on it. So we're just bringing the knees out as wide as your chair allows. We're going to take the palms to the tops of the thighs or to those knees. And then let's inhale a gentle cow back, lifting the heart and the gaze up towards the sky. Exhale, gentle cat back, rounding the belly button towards the spine and bringing the chin to the chest. Inhale, draw the heart forward, bring those elbows down. Exhale, chin to chest, really rounding out the back body. And then bring that balanced breath in as well. Inhaling for your count, letting the movement take the whole length of the inhale. Exhale for your count, letting the movement take the whole length of the exhale. Let's do this 2 more times, moving with your breath. And then the next time you inhale, we'll come right on back to that tall spine. And then we're going to find length here once again. Keep the knees out wide. Inhale, lengthen the spine. And as you exhale, let's hinge forward from the hip flexors, not from the waist, but from the hip flexors. And we'll just bring those forearms right down to rest on the tops of the thighs. Already, if you bring that breath down deep into your belly, you can expand into the low back here, which can be a really the kind of tense area for those of us who have desk jobs most of the day. And as you inhale, notice where your back body expands. Can you invite your breath there even more deeply, directing it to any places of tightness or tension? Finding your balanced breath. Next time you inhale, let's go ahead and press back up. And then we're going to twist as we exhale over towards the left. Inhale back to center, exhale, gentle twist to the right. Keep moving like that, inhaling as you come to center, exhaling into your twist into either side. We're going to keep that tall, strong spine. And you might take your gaze back beyond your shoulders, getting a bit of a stretch in the neck as well. This time as we come over to the left, let's stay here. Press your right hand to the inside of your right thigh and bring your left hand to your left hip. We're just taking that twist to the left a little bit deeper as we stay here in stillness, inhaling length into the spine. Inhale, find where you can be soft. Soften the jaw, soften the face, soften the shoulder away from the ear. Inhale, length. And maybe soften again, or maybe deepen your twist, looking a little farther back to the left. Maybe a little bit behind you. One more inhale wherever you are. Stay for the exhale. And then we'll inhale to come back to center. Let's do 2 rounds of cat-cow here before we twist back to the right again. So inhale your cow posture. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat pose. Inhale, find your tall spine. Exhale, we're going to bring the left hand to the inside of the left thigh and the right hand to the right hip as we look over to the right. We're not twisting towards the back just yet. We've been sitting a certain way most of the day today, and we're going to give our body a second here, a moment, just to get used to this new posture. Find length in your spine as you inhale. Find softness and depth as you exhale, maybe turning the gaze back and beyond, looking back at that corner of your room, perhaps getting a stretch in the neck, the upper shoulders, the rib cage, the waist. Imagine your spine like a strand of DNA. One more inhale. Stay for the exhale. And then we'll inhale slowly back to center and find 2 more rounds of cat-cow using your balanced breath. And then let's bring those knees back to center. Find yourself solidly on your chair, feet on the ground. Let's inhale and sweep the arms out wide. As you exhale, bring your hands into cactus arms. Inhale, open up the cactus arms. And then we're going to shift the right arm a little higher, the left elbow a little lower, and then we're going to wrap those arms around the shoulders and give yourself a big hug. You can crawl those fingertips back behind the shoulders as much as feels good to you. Just stretching out behind the shoulder blades. Holding yourself. Finding your balanced breath, calming down your nervous system. When our nervous systems are calm, then our hormonal systems will be calm. And when those systems are calm, we don't secrete as much adrenaline and cortisol. And those hormones suppress our immune system because they get us ready to fight or run when we're in that stress response. And when we're trying to fight or run from something, our body is not concerned with sending T cells and immune cells around our bodies because we don't have time to heal. So calming down our nervous system supports the functionality of our immune system. And practices like yoga and balanced breathing help to do just that. Let's inhale, open the arms up nice and wide again. Exhale, find your cactus arms. Inhale, shift the left elbow up, the right elbow down, and then we'll wrap opposite arm on top in that nice big hug here. Taking a moment, hugging releases hormones like oxytocin and dopamine and serotonin, natural painkillers that support our immune system. Calmly, but with strength and ease, find your balanced breath. And then once again, we'll inhale to open the arms out wide. Exhale, let the fingertips float down towards the earth. Let's inhale, bring the left hand to the left hip and the right arm up to the sky. And as you exhale, we're just going to tilt over to the left any amount, just enough to lengthen from the right sit bone up to the right fingertips. Stay here for a full breath, and then the next time you inhale, we'll sweep those fingertips up. Exhale, bring the right hand to the right hip. We'll inhale, left fingertips up to the sky. Exhale, big side stretch for the left side body. Keep the left hip bone anchored, sit bone, I guess. Keep that butt anchored in your chair, nice and firm. One more breath here before we inhale, left fingertips back up to the sky and back down to the hip. And then let's alternate sides. So let's inhale. We don't have to anchor the hand to the hip, but we can. Exhale, reach over. You might find this little flowing movement here, kind of windmilling the arms from side to side, but we don't want to bend forward towards the earth. We don't want to do a side bend along with a twist. We want to keep integrity in the spine. One more time to each side, moving with your breath. Let it be fluid, let it be flowy. And then we'll inhale, both arms back up to the sky. Exhale, palms together. And bring those hands right down towards your heart. Let's pick up that right knee again, but this time we're going to hug the right knee in towards the heart. You can interlace your fingers around the front of the calf or underneath the thigh, whatever works out best for your body today. Find that nice tall spine, balance through the sit bones, and we're just going to rotate the ankle in one direction a few times, and then reverse. Let's flex the right foot and then press the ball of the foot away, spreading the toes out wide. So we're not pointing the toes, because unless that feels really particularly good to you, because sometimes that can cause cramping in the calf. But we do want to get movement in the toes. So let's squeeze the toes a little bit and then send them out nice and wide. Squeeze the toes as if you're trying to pick up a pencil off the ground. Spread them out wide. Couple more times here, getting into all the little places. And then we'll hold on to that left hip and take that right leg out towards the right, any amount, opening up through the right hip. Let's inhale here, exhale back to center. Inhale out to the right, exhale center. One more time, we'll inhale, right knee out towards the right, exhale, center, and then we'll lower that right leg down, windshield wiper your knees. And then we'll hug the left leg, either bringing the hands underneath the thigh or around the front of the shin. And notice which finger is on top as you're interlacing your fingers, and switch it up. It's gonna feel a little awkward, but another great thing about yoga is that it helps us to feel comfortable when things are not necessarily comfortable. We can be okay when things are awkward. And then let's rotate that left ankle a few times before we switch directions and do it a few more times. We'll flex and press or point, whatever dealer's choice, whatever feels nice to you. And then we'll squeeze and release the toes, moving all that wonderful synovial fluid in all of our joints, lubricating things from the inside out. And then we'll bring the right hand to the right hip. Hold on to that left knee if you like. If you want to release it and just use the core, we can inhale the knee out to the left and exhale back to center. But keep that nice strong spine. If you start to lean back like I did, go ahead and hold on to that knee. One more time, we'll inhale out. Exhale back to center. Anchor the feet. Windshield wiper the knees. And then let's rotate those shoulders up and back and down a couple of times. And then let's find some gentle movement in the neck. So just pretend like you've got a pencil on the end of your nose and begin making little circles with your pencil on the wall across from you. And you could make these circles really, really slow and just notice everything you notice in your neck as you move. You might close your eyes so that you can really feel all the sensations. And you might like to begin to take your circles a little bit bigger. You might be hearing little noises from your neck as you move. You might be noticing places that are stiff or still sore that you didn't even realize. When you come to about your max size of your circle, go ahead and reverse the circles and begin to make them smaller and smaller as you come back towards the center. But get enough rotations in the second direction that you can really even and balance things out. Coming all the way back to center. And as you come back to center, inhale your head right back up to the top of your spine. Exhale, bring your chin down towards your chest. Inhale and just turn the head towards the right. So you're still looking down at the floor. The chin is still anchored at the chest. And you're getting a nice stretch across the left side of the neck, maybe into the shoulder and the upper back, maybe even in the front of the neck, the collarbone, the chest. Notice where you notice the sensation as you continue to breathe. One more inhale here. And then we'll exhale, bringing the chin to center again, and then inhale, looking down at the left side of the floor. And just notice what you notice is stretching here in your right side body. Notice what expands as you inhale. One more breath. And then we'll inhale, bring the chin back to the chest. Stay for the exhale. And then let's inhale, bring the head right back up to the top of the spine. Find a nice, comfortable but strong seat where your feet are on the floor. Let your hands rest in your palm, but we're going to turn that left palm up in the center of the lap, and we're just going to nestle the right hand inside the left hand. Let those two thumbs come together. This posture represents many different kinds of energy, many different ways of thinking about it, whatever it means to you. But when I hold my hands like this, I like to think about it as an empty bowl. Visualizing myself as empty, being open to new things and new ways of thinking and new ways of looking at things. I'm visualizing it as an offering, open-handed, palm up, offering whatever I have to give to this world. Whatever these turned up empty palms cradling each other means for you, just notice how that feels in your body. And as you close your eyes for this final couple moments of balanced breathing, come back to that balanced breath. Relax your jaw, your forehead, your eyes. And as you're resting here with your balanced breath, I just want to read some information about stress and our immune systems from the National Center for Biotechnology Information. I found this online, and if you Googled it, you would find it too. Stress, including psychosocial, material, pathological, physiological stressors, induces chronic CNS and peripheral inflammation, inflammation being the key word there for me, which is then related to stress-related diseases. Stress-induced chronic low-grade inflammation might be the common soil of stress-related diseases. Multifactorial factors, including genetic predisposition, aging, nutrition, and lifestyle, and so on, act on stress-related diseases. Stress-induced inflammatory response represents the common soil of a wide variety of chronic diseases such as Alzheimer's, asthma, cancer, heart disease, high blood pressure, arthritis, diabetes, IBS, headaches, sleep issues, the common cold, etc., etc., etc. So what that all says is stress causes our stress response in our bodies. It causes that fight or flight response. Whether we're actually having to run or fight something doesn't really matter. Our nervous systems behave with stress that same way, whether there's a threat to run from or whether your boss is calling you and you don't want them to. It's the same response in our nervous systems. And our nervous systems secrete hormones that suppress our immune systems when we are stressed out. So whatever you can do, practices like balanced breathing or gentle yoga or anything else that you bring into your life that helps you to lower your stress is really important to support your immune system. If you are a caregiver of somebody, please make sure that you are also caring for yourself and that you have support around you to be able to do that. My hope is that you are healthy and that you are well and that you give yourself the time you need to de-stress and be happy in your body. May you have peace in your thoughts, peace in your words, and peace in your heart. Namaste.